YouTube, welcome back. This is Pinnacle Pursuits. My name's Kevin. I know it's been a while since I've seen you guys. Been a little bit of time in between videos. I've been working on my book. I know that I've been talking about it for the past couple of videos. The Built for the Comeback book. Do have it ready. It's going to be released on May 1st. You can pre-order it at Amazon now. You can pre-order the ebook right now. So that's on its way to you. It's really good information. It's not super long. It's actually really short read. That book is very straight to the point with all the things that you need to start and initiate your comeback, especially if you had something catastrophic happen in your life and you're needing to build from scratch, okay? It has mindset information. It has an actual comeback plan to where you can implement every day. And when you start forming these habits, and again, part of your comeback is forming good habits, okay? It's going to be, it's very instructional in that, and there's a lot of support in it, okay? So anyway, let's get to the video here. This video is near and dear to my heart because as somebody who deals with ADHD and things of that nature, one thing I've found that's a hindrance to all of us for the most part, especially those of us who are doing what we do, right? And we're trying to build. My whole premise is to get out of the hole, build yourself into something, or build some type of legacy or something, and flourish and thrive. My next book is actually going to be called Success is the Greatest Revenge. But I'm saying that to say, with all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world and all the hoopla that you're hearing on TV and all the news, one of the biggest things that really can stunt our growth, distractions. See, distractions are the kryptonite for the entrepreneur, for the person who's trying to build his own business, for the person who's trying to build at all. Distractions are just one of those things that will keep you from doing the things that you need to do. Like I said, I'm ADHD, so we live in an ADD world, okay? Alerts pop up, people call, you get text messages, you get so many different things that throw you out of your rhythm. These things are built to do that. You can see it from your peripheral, right? You have your phone there and all of a sudden it lights up. What the hell is that? Well, it's a distraction. And when you look at where you're wanting to be and what you're trying to do, distractions are the enemy, because distractions will rob you of the work that you need to be putting in. So now with this said, one of the things I want to give perspective on with regard to distractions. Okay, everything that you do is an investment, right? And if you don't believe it, think about it the next time you make any type of transaction. And life is full of transactions. I know we don't want to admit that, well, I don't give to a person to get anything out of it. That's BS. You give to a homeless person, the feeling that you get is a return on the investment that you gave to that person. You're going to invest in things that don't yield a good return. And like what I mean by that is your phone lights up and you look at that and you get caught up and now you're scrolling. And then once you start scrolling, I don't know, about 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours pass, right? And then you look back and you're like, where the hell did that 2 hours go? Well, the reason why you don't know where that 2 hours went is because you invested in that distraction. And your return was loss of time. See, everything with an investment not only has a return, it also has risk involved. Investments always have risk, right? You're going to win or you're going to lose. When you invest certain things, you got to understand risk. If you invest in something that's not really going to give you or build you in any way, you risk losing 2 or 3 hours. 2 or 3 hours that you could have invested to build something and get a better return on. So you have to ask yourself what you're investing in. Are you going to invest in the new Nicki Minaj tweet? You're going to spend a couple hours on that? Or you're going to spend a couple of hours maybe reading up on a few things, right? Educating yourself. Buying certain things that help you in your comeback, help you build your business, help you build whatever you're trying to build. And don't get me wrong, it's okay to every once in a while get on the phone. Yeah, you want to, see what's going on. You like to watch video. I like reaction videos. I like to watch people react to like old school stuff. That's beside the point. My whole point is, it's okay to look at some of those things every once in a while. But when you're trying to build something, when you're trying to get yourself out of something, you don't have time. So with all this talking about investment, distraction, and all that stuff, the three things, okay, and there's always a list, right? There are three things you want to keep in mind. So the first thing you want to do is turn your phone off. Look, turn off all your alarms, your alerts, or whatever. If you don't want to turn it off because you're afraid you're going to miss a call, cool. Just turn it on do not disturb or put it on silent. Give yourself some time to work out some things. And if you have a certain allotted amount of time, you don't want to waste that time getting bells and whistles and stuff for the first hour or the hour that you're trying to use to construct something or something that you're trying to work on. The second thing you're going to want to do is let people know when you block your time off, let people know what you're doing, not necessarily business-wise or what you're saying that you're doing, but let people know that you're going to be busy for that allotted amount of time. That way you don't have anyone knocking on your door or kind of busting in your office or wherever you are. Let people know that you have a certain time that you're not to be disturbed. That's key, because now everyone is aware that you are not to be bothered during this particular time. That will help when you're working on something or you're trying to accomplish something, or if you're just needing time to clear your mind. That would be the second thing I would say. The last thing I would say is don't compromise. And what I mean by that is if you have a certain time that you have carved out for yourself so that you can do deep work, so that you can educate yourself, so that you can sit in silence, so that you can get rid of all the muck that's in here and out there. Be uncompromising when it comes to that. Don't trade or, hey, well, okay, I'm cool, I'll just do it tomorrow, or I'll just spend that time later, or somebody comes up and they say, well, we got something going on today, this, that, and the other. Be uncompromising when it comes to your time, because you got to understand that investment of time is your investment into yourself. If you compromise that time that is for you, then you'll start compromising other things. You have to prioritize. Like I said in my comeback book, Built for the Comeback, you have to be able to give yourself time to implement the processes in that book. You can't just willy-nilly do it and think you're going to be successful. You have to take those processes that are in that book seriously, and you have to invest your time. Don't be compromising. Be uncompromising when it comes to your investment into yourself. People will understand. And if people don't understand, then they're not on the same wavelength that you're on. They're not in the same mindset that you're on. So, you need to be able to carve out 30 minutes per day distraction-free. I would say at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I do 2 hours of deep work with no distractions. I turn off everything. Be on the lookout for the book. It drops May 1st. It's really good stuff, okay? So it's something that I think will really be of value to you. It really is, and it saved my life, okay? So again, Built for the Comeback. It'll be available on Amazon. Once my website's up, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description where you can go to the website and find some of the other products and stuff like that. But outside of that, have a good day. God bless. And hey, let's keep it moving, y'all. All right.